Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today, wherever you are in this great, great world. We're going to talk about XRP, but I want to address a few things that are going on throughout the world first. I'm also going to show you why David Schwartz believes XRP is undervalued right now. I'm also going to show you how XRP will flip Bitcoin in the future. But right now, all over crypto Twitter, they're talking about the matrix. They're talking about the World Economic Forum and the New World Order. Well, because we're XRP holders, we could look at different movies and say to ourselves, this is happening right now. Some people will call, RippleNet, Skynet from the Terminator. I just watched the Humanity Bureau movie. It was a great movie. Talks about 2030 inside that movie a lot. Shows you what's to come in the future. But I never really looked at the Matrix so much until now. And once people pointed out things that were said in the movie. You have to understand, most people are not ready to be unplugged, and many of them are so inured, so hopelessly dependent on the system that they will fight to protect it. As long as the Matrix exists, the human race will never be free. I feel that a lot of people seeing what was to come in the future when they were writing these movies. There's a lot of other movies that you could come up with, I'm sure. In fact, put it in the comments down below because I'm always looking for something to watch, something that relates to what's going on in the world today. In time was another one, and now we're seeing Ripple talking about tokenizing time in the future as well. Then there's comforting lies and unpleasant truths. On this channel, I try to cover a little bit of everything. I stay neutral in it because your thoughts and my thoughts sometimes don't go alongside each other. Let's face it, we're all human. We have different ways of thinking. But the days of comforting lies are going to be coming to an end at some point. Unpleasant truths need to be told. That's why I make certain videos when I do. I talk about the New World Order, the Great Reset. I try to keep people awake to that. I feel that I should make those videos because some people are really asleep when it comes to what's really going on in the world. So debt is what society considers successful. In reality, it's a trap to keep you a slave for life. You're truly free when you don't have debt. You won't be on your deathbed wishing you purchased a bag, but with thankful you lived, since you weren't a slave to the matrix. Stop being fooled by the illusion of wealth. Big houses, expensive cars, designers, and fancy lifestyle is not wealth. It is debt. Wealth is time, freedom, opinions, and health. I have said that many times on this channel. I said, once that life-changing money comes from holding XRP, take a step back, take a deep breath. Don't rush into things. I see people say it all the time. As soon as XRP goes off, I'm going to buy a Lambo. I'm going to buy a mansion, a yacht. And the thing is, most of those people will end up back on crypto Twitter not long after, wishing they invested different, wish they spent the money differently. I tell you all the time, money buys one thing that's very important, and it's time. Time to do the things you want to do. Did anyone even notice this? This was supposedly hidden away in the recently passed infrastructure bill. Not sure how accurate it is. Article says 5 years until it is enforced. Law will instant kill switches in all new cars. They're going to install kill switches. Now, you could look at this a couple different ways. I thought I'd share this with you. Reason to use kill switches: crime in progress, non-payment of financing, non-payment of vehicle registration, high smog day, geofence an area with social unrest. You have too few demerit points. You have too many automated speeding fines, lockdowns. But then here's the big one that this could be tied to. Forgot the biggie. You used up your annual allotment of mileage. My environmentalist friends are big on this idea. Setting maximum mileage permits per year. Going EV is not enough. You need less vehicles in use and less mileage per year to meet climate goals. So say, for instance, in the future, you buy a car and all of a sudden you put too many miles on this year, but yet you still have to get to work today. Well, they shut off your car, so you're not going to work because you already racked up too many miles. I see vintage cars really going up in price in the near future. Zelensky wore a camo t-shirt to the Oval Office and to address Congress, but he put on a tie for Klaus Schwab. Do you know the one thing that comes to my mind is because he knows who his real leader is. And they have to set a narrative when he comes to the United States to ask for money. He has to wear his camo so it looks like he's ready for battle. You got to remember something. This guy is an actor. Zelensky has been involved with the World Economic Forum since before he was in power. He's part of the plan. Ukraine is laundry money for the elites and has been. And if you take a look at what he is, it says actor, screenwriter, creative director, stand up comedy contest team. And I feel bad for the Ukrainian people. I really do. Because this guy is selling them out day after day. Soon they'll be on the social credit score. They'll have to get their digital IDs and they'll be tied to the CBDC that he's building with Stellar. Know your enemies first. CBDC is the globalist digital currency. I want no part of their system. Then learn to get around it. If you don't understand digital currencies, you will end up using their CBDCs if you currently use a bank. And we all do banking. Let's face it, we're already tied to the banking system. So when they implement CBDCs, most of us will end up on it and not even know it. They're probably going to give you like a 6-month time frame to convert your fiat to digital. That's what I see happening in the future. And in a video I did a couple days ago, I talked about bail-ins at the bank, how they already have the framework set up. So if the bank was to ever lock their doors and lock you out and not give you your money, they already have laws in place for it. And then people said to me, well, what about direct deposit? Well, when the bank is closed, nothing works. Think about the ATMs no longer working either. A liquidity crisis can easily put us in that situation, and I believe they know it's coming. Hard to argue with logic. The pandemic was brought in for the vaccine. The vaccine was brought in for the vaccine passport. The vaccine passport was brought in for the biometric ID. The biometric ID was brought in for the central bank digital currency. The central bank digital currency was brought in to enslave you. You see how everything is going in steps? And we see it happening right now overseas. Look at the UK. They're talking about implementing all the same things in the same time frame. It starts with the digital ID. It starts with everything all the way down to the backs because COVID was designed for this. And I feel that the World Economic Forum, anybody tied to that evil entity, should actually be taken and charged with treason because these are treasonous ideas. It's to overthrow governments throughout the world. If we went back in time to probably, let's say, 1900, these people would have been arrested a long time ago. But because we're here now going into the digital age in 2022, all this stuff is acceptable today, and I don't understand why. The reasons why XRP will dethrone Bitcoin and become the #1 crypto around the world. Now, a lot of you said to me, when is XRP going to decouple from Bitcoin? This is exactly how it could happen. Superior technology. XRP is faster and cheaper to send than Bitcoin. Payments need to be fast and inexpensive in order to be lucrative for customers and businesses alike. And that's what I've been saying since day one. Bitcoin's outdated, it's too expensive and too slow. No one's ever going to want to use it. Regulatory clarity. Businesses and consumers want the best technology, which XRP presents, but they also need to feel safe using the technology. After the SEC versus Ripple lawsuit ends, XRP will have the clarity it needs to move on and conquer the world. It comes down to that regulatory clarity, which is right around the corner, in my opinion. I believe it's going to happen in March. Network of connections. Ripple already created a vast network connecting XRP to huge businesses who see the potential for using the asset and technology to improve their business. That's all those partnerships with banks that already happened. Adoption. XRP will be wider adopted than Bitcoin. No business or consumer wants to wait 30 minutes or longer until the transaction is complete. Transactions only take 3 seconds or less using XRP. Could you imagine trying to go to a store and using Bitcoin to buy something while you're standing there waiting for the transaction to go through? That's why Bitcoin will never be part of the future. Reputation. Bitcoin maxis work hard and use dirty methods to market Bitcoin while trashing XRP. As soon as regulators provide clarity and XRP will be fully adopted, its reputation will be based on usage and superior technology. Bitcoin will fade away. And the only reason I really talk about Bitcoin is because there's retail investors that are trapped in it. They probably listen to some Bitcoin maxi telling them how they're going to get rich very fast. Let me tell you something. From where Bitcoin sits right now, what are you hoping for? A 6 to 10x? You could easily invest in XRP and get 100x or more in the very near future. So Ripple CTO explains why XRP price is so low. And everybody always says that. Why is the price of XRP still so low even after all of this growth that happened all during the bear market? So David Schwartz believes that the sluggish performance of XRP and other major cryptocurrencies is a result of uncertainty as to whether or not crypto will actually be the next big thing. Using Google in 2000 as an example, Schwartz compares how people may have been skeptical then about how the search engine was going to deliver billions of dollars worth of new wealth. But some became true believers and made millions. He believes that crypto is in a similar situation as of now. The same way we believe in XRP now is the same way some people believed in Google back then. Those people became multimillionaires. That's what can happen for all of us. As a result, price often move together as investment sentiment waxes and wanes depending on whether more people become convinced of crypto's future potential or not. Simply put, the markets are still trying to figure out if crypto is going to be the next big thing. Therefore, mass adoption of different crypto technologies could succeed if the industry is able to convince people about crypto's potential by offering real use cases and a sufficient level of scalability. At the same time, Schwartz has stressed that this is just his personal opinion that is not backed up with facts and data, hence, one is free to disagree with him. Now, I feel that's where we are. I feel institutional money is going to come pouring into XRP at some point, but it has to happen after regulatory clarity. I still believe we're a little bit early as crypto investors, but I believe we're almost to the finish line as well. The one Ripple platform that seems to be SEC proof is ODL. This appears to be because retail are not active participants on the ODL platform, and the SEC, it appears, will allow ODL to operate within the US and territories as long as XRP are not sold on the secondary market. I have said it many, many times. It all comes down to that on-demand liquidity. That's going to be the game changer. Once that goes live throughout the world, I feel XRP is going to hit those high prices that people talk about. And I feel it's going to happen sometime very soon. I still feel that liquidity crisis is right around the corner. But with that said, I'm going to wrap up today's video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you watching my videos. We'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.